Hey Tanner, this is Jessica from Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me this morning and requesting your custom video. Today we're just going to go over a few tips that you can apply right away so that you can start getting more traffic and more leads. Now, as you can see, we're on your website. Click to call, that's good. Looks like a fairly decent website. I love this veteran owned. Um, we love to support our veterans. Thank you so much for your service. Let's see. Okay. It looks like these probably have their own service pages, which are very, very important. You want to make sure all services have their own pages. And a little bit of content. Looks like you service several different metro areas. Um, so it's going to be really important that every city in those areas you service have their own page, as long as they have some search volume. That way you can be found in those communities for your emergency services. Um, Google does not rank your website based on appearance. They use robots called crawlers that go out and index the internet and all of your pages looking for your content and your keywords. Google likes to see a minimum of 1,000 to 1,500 words of content on your homepage or more if your competition has more content. And that breaks down to about 150 words for every local buyer intent keyword that you're trying to target. And what those local keywords are the searches that people put in Google to find the specific services that they need. They may not know the name of your company, but they know that they have an emergency and what they need, and those are the searches that you need to be focused on. So you need to build your content around those buyer intent keywords that are location based for each of your locations. Your home page would be your main location, and then your other service areas, the content should be built around that location. Um, this is one of your top competitors in the Tulsa area, Oklahoma Disaster Restoration. Um, they have a nice looking website. They have the separate pages. They're going after more of the keywords. Looks like they have a little bit more content, but not quite enough. So, yeah, they don't have enough content either. So these guys could be easy to beat. One of the first steps is to make sure that you have more content than they do, and that you're focusing your content on every single one of your pages around those buyer intent keywords. These guys service the same area as you guys do, but also don't have the service area pages, so they're missing the boat on that as well. So by building out those extra pages, that's really going to help you, at least in comparison to this competitor. This is a program we use called Ahrefs that helps us to analyze how your website is performing. As you can see, you have a 0.2 out of 100 for your website in Google's trust flow. That means that Google doesn't have much trust in your website, and that's 100% because of your referring domains and backlinks. You only have 2. So you're going to need a lot more backlinks to give your website the power that it needs. And not all backlinks are created equal, so it is very important that you're getting authoritative backlinks and that they are do follows. And you're going to need a lot more of those than your top competitors in each of your service areas. Because you don't have a whole lot of content, you're only being indexed for 2 keywords. and you're not seeing any traffic to your website. It's important to note that 70% of your organic leads come from your website. So it is very critical your website is optimized, especially being in the emergency service industry, where you really need your website to be the first thing that they see in those emergencies. If we look at your competitor, they also have a low rating of a 1.8, and yet they have over 5,000 backlinks. So this just goes to prove that not all backlinks are created equal. This says that most of their backlinks are either spam, no follow, or completely unrelated to their industry. And it also looks like they're pushing all their backlinks to the homepage, which might help their homepage, but it's not actually helping for their keywords so that they can rank for the keywords and be found for those services. They're being indexed for over 400 keywords, and they're generating over 302 people to their website every month. So this just kind of shows you some of the volume you're missing. But by not having all those service area pages, you're actually missing out on thousands of potential volume to your website every month. Now, what a backlink is, it's when one website links to your website and then drives traffic to your website. Google likes this because it's like a popularity contest. So the more relevant this website is that's linking to your website, the more authority it has and the more power it's going to give you. But it is important that they are do follow backlinks instead of no follows, because do follows will actually share the power of those high ranking sites with your website and help boost you up in the ranks even faster. And it's also important to note that these backlinks should be closely tied to your keywords so that you can rank for those keywords and be found for those services. And the last thing to talk about real quick is this Google Map Pack or Google My Business page. Your goal should be to be in the top 3 section for each of your service areas and your major keywords, because 30% of people come directly to the maps and don't go any further. So if you're not in the top 3, you're sending all those leads to your competitors. Now, in order to be in the top 3, there's a number of factors, but the most important is something called citations, which is the name of your business, address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of places like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Dex, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. So you need a lot more of those than your top competitors. And when you follow all of these tips that I've provided you today, your website can be #1 across Google for all of your services and service areas and keywords. So you're probably wondering, well, what do I do now? Well, you can either apply this information I provided you and do it yourself, which is completely okay because this is just free education. I just ask that you go ahead and give me some feedback and let me know what you thought of this video. However, if you decide you would like help getting some of this stuff done and you don't want to have to worry about it, go ahead and give us a call at the number on the screen and we can chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.